Now, the latest standoff between US and Brazil is not purely trade-related. Trump's reciprocal tariffs have a political undertone to it, and they concern the former Brazilian president Jair Bolsonaro. Trump has linked his steep tariffs on Brazilian imports to the legal troubles of his far-right ally, Jair Bolsonaro. Brazil's current president Lula da Silva is now caught in a high-stakes political and economic standoff. In the 50% tariffs imposed by Donald Trump on Brazilian goods, these aren't just about trade. They're a direct response to what Trump calls a witch hunt against former Brazilian leader Jair Bolsonaro. Trump, however, said that he will talk to the incumbent president Lula at some point.
Maybe at some point I'll talk to him. Right now, I'm not. They're treating President Bolsonaro very unfairly. He's a good man. You know, I know him well. I negotiated with him. He was a very tough negotiator. I can tell you he was a very honest man, and he loved the people of Brazil.
Bolsonaro close Trump allies facing charges for allegedly plotting a coup after losing Brazil's 2022 election to President Lula. But Lula has made clear that Brazil's judicial system is independent, and he has no power or desire to interfere. However, if Washington pressed on with tariffs, Lula said that Brazil will respond in equal measure.
Therefore, I want to say, with all due respect to President Trump, you are misinformed, very misinformed. The United States does not have a trade deficit with Brazil. I will fight and try everywhere to avoid taxation. I will fight in the World Trade Organization. I will talk with my BRICS partners. Now, if there is no solution through dialogue, face-to-face, we will establish reciprocity. If they tax here, we will tax there. If they tax here, we will tax there.
While tariffs this steep would hurt, Brazil isn't as dependent on US trade as other countries. The US is the recipient of just 12% of Brazilian exports, worth around 1% of Brazil's GDP. In contrast, China takes more than double that. Brazilians are protesting Trump's action against their country, while also rallying behind their president. Demonstrators burned a Trump effigy, chanting slogans such as "Brazil is ours."
Brazil does business with other countries, so just as we depend on them, they also depend on us, and perhaps even a little more. But it's time for them to understand that Brazil, Latin America, is not their backyard. We can't just be taxed and think that's okay.
Now, President Lula is facing an election next year and lagging in polls, and has responded defiantly, calling Trump an emperor and promising that Brazil will not accept tutelage. Since still, his government is now exploring ways to de-escalate.